Litterati is a pretty neat platform when it comes to being able to produce data sets and really being able to catalog each image of the plastic pollution and trash. So we have conducted several trash blitzes around the country. We've conducted 2 major trash blitzes in both Los Angeles and in Denver. And so in our prior work, we were not working with Litterati, but what is really exciting is that in our most recent trash blitz, we partnered with Litterati, with Inland Ocean Coalition, and Into the Sea, 3 amazing orgs who are doing some inland work. And so we worked with Litterati to develop a random sampling plan of 150 different sites. You can see right here, all throughout the city of Austin. And we also worked with some local water quality scientists to overlap areas where they're constantly doing water quality testing and monitoring. And then we were also prioritizing high traffic commercial corridors ensuring that we had like randomized kind of like locations all throughout the city. So ultimately we worked together to organize about almost 200 volunteers for 150 different sites. And so we partnered with Litterati on really hosting a citizen science researcher platform where we developed a robust training program. Everyone was able to get qualified through the app as community citizen science researchers. And then volunteers went out and surveyed trash. And here we have a volunteer who's using a reusable horse feed bag. Some of our volunteer organizer partners in Austin were just amazing. And in Denver too, we used horse feed bags since we've been having some volunteers who just have amazing connections volunteering at rescue farms. And so ultimately, we just concluded about last week or so our trash blitz. And so volunteers surveyed about, I think at this point, we're almost over 100 plus different sites and locations, but they would survey the distance for about 100 meters, so about maybe 10, 15 minutes, depending how fast your stride is, and catalog all of the different litter and data. So we're still working on kind of annotating the data, and we'll be producing a report in the next upcoming months. Nick, can I switch to the next slide, please? Thank you. And so ultimately what we do with these reports, which is pretty neat, is we produce the report, we share it with local electeds, local stakeholders, and in Denver, it's really neat because we were able to connect with, 3 different council members. And so our partners in Denver are working with them on, identifying, okay, what are, the top types of litter items, packaging brands in, in their districts. And so this is a really neat way to connect with electeds, because a lot of times, you can tell, your elected official, hey, this is really important, X, Y, Z, this is what we're finding in our community, in our neighborhood, in our environment. But if you can actually bring them out to do like a cleanup, or really do a trash blitz where we're identifying the brands and kind of auditing the types, this is just a really magical way for your electeds to get involved and really open their eyes and learn through seeing and doing about why this issue of plastic pollution is really important. And then that's where as a community scientist, as an advocate, really anybody and everybody can share this experience, and then also, start that journey about, why this is bad, why we need to switch over to reusable solutions, and really start to plant those seeds for, comprehensive single-use plastic phase outs and bans. And so in Denver, it was interesting because it was during the height of COVID. So we were still able to, have about 100 volunteers come out and work, in a very socially distanced way. And then, when we did our trash blitz in Los Angeles, it was pre-COVID, a year or 2 pre-COVID. So we had a really large turnout. But And then we were able to do trash blitzes in each of the different like legislative districts in the city of Los Angeles. So we were really able to start fostering those relationships, which were so crucial for some of the work that we're doing now in the Reusable LA Coalition, because through experiences and community stewardship, we were able to engage our electeds in terms of, okay, why is this important? Why is this issue important? And then we were able to build those relationships with them to ultimately collaboratively work to pass foodware accessories upon request ordinances. And then, we're hoping to work with our electeds to also, eventually develop a single-use plastics phase out. So this is why, having the data and science that really informs your policy and then like backs up your policy is so important, because, anybody can do a cleanup, which is, always very important, but, a brand audit, a trash blitz, the type of data sets that Litterati and TrashBlitz are able to produce can inform the solutions and really promote upstream policies.
Thank you, Allison. And I think, as you guys being a great partner, a great example of the partners we love to work with here at Litterati, also a great example of many partnerships coming together. Like we said in the beginning of this, it takes a lot of different groups to come together to tackle this issue and solution. It's really exciting to see you doing that. I'm excited to talk more about it.